Hello and welcome everybody to All the Mods 9 here on my private server. We have two servers. We have a public server you can join, link is in the description. And this private server is for YouTube members and Twitch subscribers. There's a link to the Twitch as well. Everybody gets together in the Discord, which there's a link, you guessed it, in the description. And that is where we all gather for everything. Getting quite the sizable Discord, almost well over 100, on our way to 200 members in there. Super exciting, and guys, this isn't necessarily a Journey to the Greg Star episode, but we're in the Journey to the Greg Star world, which is the private server, and I thought it'd be fun to stream cleanup. Base work, mega base work. Building a mega base isn't easy. It's taking time. We made some platforms in a live stream earlier tonight, as well as started Botania. We've got our automated living logs, living wood, our flowers, and we're producing mana, waiting to save up for progression. We've done a little bit of Eidolon, which is more for fun. It's not necessary for the star. And I got a few more seeds planted in our ultimate server-friendly mystical ag farm here. I went and got our coal and nether seeds planted. So we can go ahead and take those seeds out up here. All the ones we have planted. So we've got ice seeds. I'm going to take them out, break the botany pot. We've done ice. We have not done cow. Have we done here? Let's actually look at all the seeds we have. So we have dirt, nature, inferium, ice, fire, water, air, earth, sulfur, coal, nether. Okay. We'll work on slowly getting these seeds out. This pot is done. We got cow. We do have dirt, so we don't need this pot. Fish, nether quartz, diamond, prismarine. Coal, we just did. So no more need for coal. Azure, silver, nature. I don't think we've moved nature yet. Earth, we have. Nether, we have. This is probably going to be fire, air, and inferium. Let's get rid of these pots. And slowly but surely, throughout the course of today's episode, we're going to clean a lot of this up. It won't be fast. It's going to take time. Definitely going to take a lot of time. Why don't we actually get wood seeds and essence going down there? I'll show you the process. Let's get a couple bulk item cells. I'm currently crafting a 256M mega chemical storage cell because we are generating a lot of chemicals and I want them stored separately. And so we're gonna use the mega cells with overflow destruction. But coming down here, this is the process we go through. We set these to be the essence and the seed and lock them by having no item in our offhand, sneak, right-clicking. We partition a essence and a seed, put those up in the drive bay. And how's there no... Oh, I did skystone. Not coal. Oops, I partitioned these ones wrong. Give me a second, guys. Coal essence, coal seed. Let's fix these two. So this needs to actually... Oh, wait, no, the coal seed was right. It was the essence that was wrong. Oh, I still... Unclick, put in the coal. They look very similar, in my opinion. Perfect. Then we plant our wood seeds with farmland. Just going down the line. And we'll slowly do this till we have 8 of every seed in the pack. I know that sounds daunting, at least it does to me, but I'm sure we'll get there. Speaking of Skystone, why don't we just do that one while we're down here? Because I had 2 more bulk item cells. Can't craft any while we get this chemical cell, which is going to take a while. It's got 17,000 logic processors to make. We haven't created our mega processing chain for processors yet. Maybe we'll work on that today too. But I do need a little bit more farmland. Let's grab just the exact amount and go essence and seed. This is Skystone, 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 Skystone. And we'll put that here. And plant it. We are live on Twitch at the same time again today. I'm still torn about how I'm doing things, but it feels good to be able to stream to YouTube without the stream dying, because I love streaming 4K. For those that watch 4K content, I love knowing that I'm putting that quality out there. Something I'm going to do, we're starting to stack up on witch hats. And I want to just always turn these into material, and I'm thinking redstone. This is our AE2 corner, where we are slowly putting our AE2 automation machines. Why don't we add over here some auto crafting? Now, I don't mean auto crafting in the sense of processors. I mean molecular assemblers working on their own. Now, extended molecular assemblers cannot do this. This functionality is for regular molecular assemblers only. For anybody familiar with the RF Tools Crafter, it's somewhat similar, though a little different. Let's go ahead and put a molecular assembler down, and then we're going to just steal from right here a little bit of, ooh, you know what? Let's move this upwards. Let's move this upwards. I'm going to put a line here. This is going to be just to power molecular assemblers, and then we'll have the functionality. Because of this change, I'm going to add a dense cable as we try to use more and more of the P2P channels we have available to us. But all we're going to need is a export and import bus. And import. And last but not least, we need to make a pattern for what we're trying to do, which in this case, the pattern is turning witch hats into redstone. Inside our molecular assembler here, we're going to accelerate it and add our pattern in the little slot up here. You'll see it opens just these slots, and it says witch hat to redstone. We will export to the assembler witch hats. A little bit of speed. And we will import to the network the redstone. As this has to ramp up, so watch, it's going to start really slow. It's going to start slow. And then as AE2 begins to ramp up, as it realizes it is a possibility to be a consecutive loop, it's going to get faster and faster and faster till it reaches a max speed. We'll wait for that here. I just want to show that it can get going pretty fast. But the thing is that this is how you would set it up normally. But if you don't want to wait for the ramping, okay, you take away the export bus and instead stock the item in an interface like so. Put the interface and say stock witch hat. And I believe it can only be in one. So we're going to take this witch hat and we're going to line the row so there's always plenty available. And what we'll do instead is pipe the witch hats into the molecular assembler. Now, if we think about how fast this can craft, I think it can do one craft every 5 ticks. So we're going to use an advanced pipe upgrade. We're not going to use a ultimate. We'll put this in here and you'll see now it's just waiting on the import bus to speed up. So again, if you don't want to wait for ramping. Oh, wrong one. We want an advanced. Simply work through interfaces. Now, it would be possible to run this off of one interface. I just want to demonstrate this really fast. If we were being super conservative on channels, we would use one interface, but this should be fine for now. But look at the speed it'll start to go. It might run even faster. Let's find out. Let's see if it runs faster with Ultimate. So right now, it's going pretty quick. Let's change it to Ultimate and see if it can go even faster. It can. Holy cow. Let's look at our witch hats. They should be zooming down. And redstone should be zooming up. Oh yeah, love to see it. I'm going to add a bulk cell for redstone. I know this is going to mess with the current chemical cell crafting. I'll just cancel it. Oop, wrong one. Cancel the chemical cell. And I'm going to get us a bunch of bulk item cells because we're going to use a lot of them today. I'll get us a bunch of bulk item cells. Then we'll queue the chemical craft. But the big thing is we need to be moving. We're going to need to move create. We're going to need to move the reactors. We need to detach everything from this ME controller. It's going to be a busy day, and I'm feeling it. You know, I'm feeling motivated to do this. I think it will be a good stream. I'm going to put these cards over here, and I probably need to stock some more Excel in my network tool. Clear this. And the bulk cells are starting to come in. I am going to store the redstone. Because there is compressed redstone blocks, we are going to use a compression card in this case. So let's find our compression cards. Let's get a few of them. I did want to look at, so we should have somewhere. Ah, here it is. So right now we've been producing matter balls like crazy. In fact, we have 2.9 million matter balls. I'm going to switch this to singularities. That should be much more efficient for us now that we have everything else we need. But let's go ahead and partition the redstone cell. Add a compression card. And I'm going to pull a bit of the redstone from the supercell over at the mob farm into this bulk item cell. Now, I'm not going to pull all of it because I don't want to have too many things needing to use the decompressors. So we'll pull about 1 million to start. And throw that up here, and we should see as the witch hat makes redstone, it should come to this card if we still have witch hat. We do. We have 590,000. So obviously nothing to worry about there. Let me pull up. I totally should have pulled up the multi-chat. There we go. So that I can see everything happening. And let's continue on our journey here. Now, this is our backup cell. If this fills up, we are not filled up, but we are getting a good amount of ores again now that the quarry's back on. And part of today, if we can get to it, is going to be processing these ores. Now, to process the ores, we need I'd really like a really high gem of earth. Yo, Seer. Do you have gems of earth? I'll give you 16 copper nickel coils for a perfect gem of earth. And if he says no, that's fine. That's a little worrying that the YouTube bitrate had some issues. Hopefully we don't run into that again. I'll try to keep an eye on it. But for those that we were mentioning, we're going to make our 14 times fortune system that we invented, where we're going to need a netherite pickaxe. So let's get a diamond pickaxe. Oh, he's got our other gem. Got our diamond pickaxe. We'll grab some netherite. Oh, I'm a little short on that. We need to make netherite seeds. And grab a template. Let's come over here and make a netherite pickaxe. This pickaxe is going to be enchanted with fortune 8, which is the max. Efficiency 9. And then I don't have max on breaking, but it's good enough for now. I'm going to put unusing and mending on it, even though they're not necessary. But I need it for another test. Let's go ahead and put the enchants on. And then all we're looking for is has effective on blocks. Okay, perfect. This also does a 3x3 break. We don't want that. We want this second one. So I'm actually, I think I have the Godforged Pearls. I just need to put some gen dust in here. Perfect. So this is what we want. This tool has netherite effectiveness against all blocks. We're not doing the AoE miner because it seems to be broken. It seems to not be working. I mean, we could try. We could try. It wouldn't hurt. Let's do the 3x3 area. Let's just do it. Netherite effectiveness on all blocks, 3x3 area. Now, we need to turn this netherite pickaxe. We pull up modular routers into a breaker module. We haven't really done modular routers yet on this server, which is amazing because of how much we've used them everywhere else. But I'm going to make a pattern for modular routers themselves. And blank module. And I'm not going to make a pattern for breaker because the breaker module depends on the pick you use. But we will get augment cores and these blank upgrades, as well as make a few things here. Let's make a placer pattern, a player module for an idea I have. Is going to require Polar Mark II, Polar Mark I. I'm just, while we're here in modular routers, I want to make a bunch of the upgrades we might need. Going to need speed and security. Okay, that should be enough for now. Let's put these here. And before we make the breaker module, in this pickaxe, which currently shows it has Fortune 8, we're going to add a Ender Surge gem, which is +2 to all existing enchants. We now have Fortune 10. A perfect gem of earth, which gives 4 levels of fortune. It is now Fortune 14 on this pickaxe. We'll then grab a blank module, combine it with the pickaxe, and we'll have a Fortune 14 card. We have tested. It works. I'm glad to know that it works. Let's grab 2 modular routers, or actually 10. We need 10 routers. And then I need 9 placer modules, a bunch of speed, and 10 security cards to start us out here. Currently, these are owner AE2. We will change that. Hello, MDG. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Got our speed, we got our placer modules, and we've got our modular routers. I'm going to do this processing down in the AE2 corner. And we'll do it right. Should we just use this area we've already kind of started? We've still got a lot of channels. Let me go like this. Oops. Green over the dents, and let's do a little bit more concrete. Hello, how's it going? It's my Clumsy monster. Oh, why does that sound so familiar? Huh. Let's grab some concrete, but hello, hello. It's going good. It's going good. We're going to be doing a lot of base work today. Of cleaning up our center platform, moving into the base more thoroughly, I guess is the way you could put it. But all I need to do is run a cable over here and one cable upwards. Or we need to come over. Let's do it like this. Over, and up. And this is where the 3x3 breaker module is going to be. All the blocks will get placed in front of it. So let's place the other 9 modular routers like so. Perfect. I'm going to bring this cable a little further around, and we're going to grab a... Oh, how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? I might just go with all forge ores since we're not using the auto smelt method. The only thing is that stone counts as a forge ore. We'll see if it does stone, but we're going to use a tag export bus. A tag export bus. I do need to come back one. Let's place a buffer chest here, but I think we'll use a backpack. A buffer backpack. Come up here. I should have a couple spare super backpacks. Let's see what's in this one. This one's fine. Let's just turn this to max. I'm going to get stack upgrades for it. Give me just a second. We may not have enough netherite. We'll find out. Ooh, I have enough. Okay. We'll trade these diamond stack upgrades out. And then we'll also smithing template the backpack. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's head back down here where we are preparing our ore fortuning of Fortune 14. I'm going to put down our backpack. And we're going to put the tag export bus. And for the blacklist filter, what is a... What would happen if we just start with forge ores? Right? Is it forge ores? Yeah, the S does just the ores. Perfect. And then we will accelerate this. This should stock up pretty fast. Now, our breaker module, we want it to operate in the front. Place that here. We're not going to kill the server. We're just going to put maybe 7 or 8 speed upgrades. And we're going to change all these security cards to me. Give it a security card. So now, if there happens to be a block, it'll get broken and put into the internal buffer. The next big thing is we need a import bus to grab all these items. And there's going to be extra that tend to fly out, if you would. So all we're going to do is add a interface and a... Ooh, I might do a magnet backpack so that I can store the XP. Now let's just put a item collector because I really like how fast these ones work. That covers the area. And we'll just add a experience obelisk which we need lime stained glass. We'll add an experience obelisk in case the experience becomes a problem. Okay. Everything's looking good so far. The next big thing to do is to take all of these placer modules, set them all to front, and then put one in at a time. Then we'll take our speed upgrades and we'll put 6 in each of these. But maybe we'll put 7 in the middle one. All that's left after that is our security cards. Bought its fin? I don't know what that means. And then lastly, we're going to enable eco mode on every router. The last thing we should have to do is we're going to pipe our forge ores to each of these. But instead of nearest first, we're going to choose round robin. So as we can see, the breaker module is not working, but if I replace it, oh, still, oh, if the buffer's full, does it not do it? It's so weird how sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Is it the speed? Doesn't appear to be. Tell you what, the way we'll do it then, since that's not working, is we are just going to do one module for now. And since it's just 1 and 1, we will do high speed. And just like that, we are super fortunate. So as an example, if we look at that amount of uranium ore we have, we're going to go from about 1,000 more. But I think we're going to get a little more than 1,000 uranium. I do need to cancel this. Pumpernickel is stuck on liquid tin alloy, and that's because the extractor is making rubber. Let me cancel the rubber craft, so that we can get Seer his coppernickel blocks. I'm going to speed this up. Okay. So now we'll be storing all of the raw, but I'm okay with that because I've got supercells ready. 65M supercells. We will be just fine. But that should run until all forge ore is out of our system. However, there is some ores that it would get stuck in a loop, right? such as resonating nether ore. So let's try to blacklist this. We have a look here. We're going to do deep resonance. And I'm just going to wildcard it. So we shouldn't get any deep resonance ores in here. We also don't want all the modium. That's going to be more difficult. We need it to not... How could we handle this? We're looking at the item tags. That's all we can work off of. I could do ore, forge, ores, vibranium. Let's see if that works. Does it still put other ores? But would it put by vibranium? I don't know. That's not the only one. We need to do vibranium or forge ores unobtain EM. Right? Is that the... I only have one piece of vibranium. So it could just be we just know not to put those ores in there. Let's just do that instead. I just want it to not do deep resonance for now. I'll take this vibranium ore and I'll just fortune it. Ooh, no luck. So this is going to have a lot of processing to do. I was really hoping the 3x3 would work. We've kind of got it working before, but in this case, it is not working at all. Even with 3x3. Well, that's fine. We will just let this run. Let's get back to work. I should be able to queue our chemical cell now. It's going to have a lot of work to do. And thinking about it, why don't we set up the super processing? Let's get ourselves the huge amount of extended inscribers we made, and I'm going to get 2 more. Because if I think about it, we're going to need even more than that. If I do 16 per type, that will require a silicon for each. So I need 32 more. And then we need 1 for each type. I'm thinking, guys. I don't have a soda out. Is it really taking this long just because of the logs? Oh, it's because it's one processor. One assembler. That's what we're going to be fixing hopefully today, is that cluster of patterns. We'll see how long I'm able to go. But I'm going to preemptively get some more planks made. Manually here, I will just put dead log and make planks. The next part's going to be kind of interesting in how we handle it. But we want to significantly increase the rate at which we produce processors, and I think this is going to be the way we do it. What it's going to be is we'll have a row. So for instance, this will be engineering. I did save us 16, right? 8. Oh wait, we're down on the bottom floor. We're good. So 16 for engineering, and then I'm going to give it a 3-block gap. $16 for calculation. And last but not least, 16 for logic. Now, each of these is going to need a pillar for the silicon production. Which, how do I want to do that? Why don't we just go directly in front? Pillar for the silicon. If I was producing more gold, I would just turn this on, like, to be on all the time. I think we'll do it pattern based. The reason we're doing 16 is there is 4 jobs available, which means it can take 64 items spread out across it if there was 1 item in each slot, is what we're thinking. And it's all going to run off of chests. Let's make some more. Let's tier like all these chests up. Turn them all to gold. Turn them all to diamond. And then turn them all to netherite. Okay, so we got 16 oak netherite chests. I'm going to turn them to shulker chests. Netherite shulker box. Beautiful. And with 3 of these, we're going to dye them the respective color of their processor. So, logic. And then, oh, I guess I could just throw them in there. Then we need light blue dye. Where's my boxes? We need light blue for... Ooh, that looks more like the diamond color. is there not a lighter blue? What color is that? That's the one we made. Maybe we'll do cyan for diamond. Cyan looks like the other color. Yeah, there we go for diamond. And we'll place these in the back. So we'll have logic, calculation, engineering. And then with our inscribers, we don't just need 16, we need 32 more. These need to be raised up 1 block for what we have planned. They're all going to be facing forward. This is going to get a little complicated, but I think it'll work the way I'm intending it to. It could probably be more compact as well. I just thought of a way to make this super compact. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we're gonna, oh, that was rough. We're gonna redo this. Oh my gosh, my pick is too good. This is when I'd kill for the enchant Miner's Fervor, but they disabled it, unfortunately. I don't know if it was because of a bug or what, but Miner's Fervor was a curse you could put on your pickaxe that makes it so that no matter your mining speed, you could never instantly break a block. And it was really good to carry around on your day-to-day pickaxe. But unfortunately, we just don't have access to that anymore. But here's the idea, folks. We're going to place 16. Why compact? You have so much space. We have a lot of space right now, but there is a lot more that's going to be added to this structure. And this will save on item pipes and additional processing the server would have to do. By taking that away, the server is going to have to do less processing. Oh, these would all need to be facing. Oh, bummer, dude. Okay. I'm going to place these one more time. I'm going to lock my rotation so that when I place these, they'll power each other. And then we'll place a row on top. And a row behind, or underneath, sorry. Let's see what Seer was saying. Miner's Fervor is still in. Like you can look it up, but you can't get it. If you look, they've turned it off. Not discoverable, not lootable, not tradable, not treasure. It's red on all 4. They turned it off. But now for the fun part. Now that we have this set up, I'm going to power the inscribers. And I want to monitor how much power these inscribers are going to use. So I will flux point it with some cable and a energy acceptor. 1, 2, 3. And flux point. And we're going to put this on the Fallen PumpKing network, but name the flux point Logic Inscribers. So we can actually see how much power these are going to use. But the plan is the bottom row will do silicon press and auto export to the one above it. The top will do the logic press and export into the top slot, and will feed redstone along the back. That's the plan. We're going to need a bunch of item pipes here. And I am going to use not the universal kind, because the universal is more lag. We're going to use the single, this can only transport items pipe. And then disconnect the rows. Move our shulker to be right at this face and pipe from the top and the bottom. We're going to need ultimate pipe upgrades. And we're going to do some very specific configurations. So this bottom one is going to be whitelisted to only pull silicon. And we want to round robin. Middle one will be redstone round robin. And the top will be gold round robin. Now, the round robin is necessary to actually get equal distribution among them all. Chaos says, what is your method of getting nether stars? Oh boy, the topic of all the mods, 9. If I was speedrunning, I would literally just use all methods running in tandem that don't share resources if I was speedrunning. And by that I mean antimatter pellets to nether star. I'm talking mystical ag seeds, hostile neural, all of it. When I'm playing for normal and not speedrunning, hostile neural networks. That's how I do my nether stars. And that's because with our gravel sand farm, byproduct is clay. We get tons of clay. And that's really the hardest part about prediction matrices, because iron farms, gold from pigman farms, tons of ways for gold. Clay is the one I like to produce on the end, but I would use hostile neural networks for nether stars. Right now on this server, we have a nether star crux with a seed, because we're not really using a lot of nether stars yet. Once we actually get... Where's our wither? Oh, is the wither put away right now? We'll have to find where it is. But we're going to use hostile neural networks for the compressed all the star blocks in conjunction with mystical agriculture is how we'll do it. Yeah, that is the... Everyone wants to know how to get nether stars. That's the method I would do. The other option, if you're single player, this, in my opinion, is the physically fastest way. If you are single player, don't do this on a server. It causes way, way, way too much lag. But a modular router attacking with a max enchanted scavenger, looting, Vorpal sword that has loot pinata 5%, killing withers as they're being spawned by a wither builder is hands down the fastest method of nether stars. But it causes so much lag. You wouldn't really notice it in a single player world, but you would notice it on a server when multiple people are online. Anywho, we've set the front patterns. Let's set the finished product. Get some more pipes here, or actually we could just use, no, we'll do the pipes. Now, the rate these are going to be producing processors, we don't need any upgrades on these since it is one connection per inscriber. At least I'm not thinking. Let's take a look here. So it can do 4 items every 1 second. And these will be producing 4 circuits every 1 second, right? If we need to, we'll upgrade it, but I think we're going to be okay for now. I want to test this out. So I'm going to grab a P2P network here that will run off of this wireless access point. Come up here, grab another P2P. And we'll pull down and out. Grab a tunnel and a memory card here in a second. Once I can, oh, I think the memory card's gone. Let's grab it here. Got our memory card. I'm telling you right now, we need to preemptively make a metric butt ton of acceleration cards. But we'll grab a P2P port from the face we are currently set up to use. And now we're on the second row in. P2P ourselves. And bring out the cable. You guys know how it goes with my P2Ps. It's all Fallen does. Then is it here? Perfect. And what we're going to do... Oop, that is my black cable. I need my Fluix. We're going to attach to this shulker here as well as to right here. We're going to put a interface. Or, we could do this with one connection if we use a block pattern provider. And we'll pipe into the pattern provider. Okay, so now we need a custom pattern. The way this pattern's going to work is we're going to grab all the base resources and the end product. This is going to be a processing pattern. This is not going to be a normal pattern. We want to send this machine 64 redstone. Don't do what I just did. We want to send it 64 redstone, 64 silicon, and 64 gold at a time. And if it does that, it will get 64 logic processors. Oops. Now, for the not so fun part, we need to accelerate and put inside of these our universal presses. Now, I have 48. This one needs 16, 32, 48 of them. Or no, only needs 32 because it's only the top and the bottom. Now, I wanted to do a test. If I put in the acceleration cards and put in a press in each slot, will the memory card... Also, we need auto export, automation access mode. Will the memory card paste the presses? No, so I still have to do the presses manually. That is going to be the rough part. But the acceleration cards and the settings all work. So why don't we do all the settings and acceleration cards? Then we'll do all of the presses. The middle row is going to be a little different. The middle row, we're still going to be on stack to 1, but not auto export. And top and bottom. Well, that's not right. We'll just do automation access mode. No export, stack to 1. Let's see how that works. No export. Did I get that one? I still have Excel cards. Okay. So the middle one's done, but we've got to put presses in all of these. I think it's going to be easier if I put them in the corner. We'll just go press, 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 press. Oh, I've got an idea. Want to see an easy way we could do this? Let's say there wasn't presses. Check this out. I've got an idea. I'm going to put oh, what grabbed them? Oh, this is missing the gold filter. But if we have a look here, that should have filled this row. However, I'm now remembering it's 4 times 16. So we actually do need, these aren't all ready. We need more universal presses. Let's make universal press as a pattern. And we'll set up yeah, I've got them there. So we're good. We're good. I'm an applied energistics guy. I like to call myself an applied energistics guru. It is what I am. It is my best mod. I know the ins and outs and everything special, and I theory craft out of the box contraptions with it. Hello, Spike. How we doing today? Let's get some more universal presses. In this case, we just want just enough more here. We'll grab 64. And we'll let this top one pull the press. And there we go. Now it's fully stocked. Now, that means it took a full stack. So we need 16 more universal presses. Since we're doing the universal method, the The thing is, the bottom could be just silicon. Oh, wait, don't tell me I perfectly used all my presses. I should still have silicon. Apparently I don't. Doing great. Glad to hear it. Well, we got to make a silicon press. Or still one and then place it. I'm going to grab an extended inscriber. I'm just going to throw it on the line. Going to head home. Turn off my magnet. And grab the silicon. Oh, did I make these all universal already? Oh, no. We don't have a silicon press. Do we have an AE2 trader that sells silicon press? Let's head down here. Check our traders at the moment. And this one sells calculation engineering. And we'll put them back on Sky still. Okay, this one sells silicon. Oh, beautiful. Okay, put them back on Fluix. And very quickly, since I don't have the Mystical Ag Seeds recipe for these, this is the way I have to do it. For anyone wondering why I am not just using, you look at the recipe, there is a Mystical Agriculture. I have not made Certus Quartz or Silicon Seeds yet, so we are going to use the inscriber method. Stack to 64. Sell. And I'll just grab these. Oh, I double clicked. Yeah, I don't want to sit here waiting. I'm going to borrow this shulker, place it in front, and just set this to auto export. But the reason we're doing that is I'm only going to put silicon presses in the bottom because I want to eventually be able to change by using universal. I can, based on the input this receives, it can make all the different processors. That's what we want. But I'm going to put 64 silicon presses in our bottom row. Let me add, we're on round robin, add silicon press, and we'll wait for them to come in here. And then we'll be ready for an actual test run, guys. Everything's accelerated. Everything is properly configured from what I can tell. Okay, let's put 64 silicon, and if I put more, they shouldn't go anywhere. Take that off. And here comes the test moment, folks. Here it comes. I'm going to set this pattern provider to be the highest priority for its patterns, which is logic processors. Let's see how fast it does logic processors. So we have some printed logic. I wonder if will it default to using that first? Okay, no, it won't. So here we go. 64. Done. Stack. Done. Time. Yes. Yes. It works. This bad boy will do a stack of processors every 5 game ticks. Right? Isn't that the time it would take? So now, if I go to make... Oh, I'd probably need to cancel this. It's stuck on a craft. If I go to make my... other cell here. Oh, one more thing. One more thing. This pattern system we've made here should be, because we used universal press, should work for any of the processors. So Certus, Redstone, and Silicon. And we're going to say that this produces calculation stack of 64. And the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to only run. No, it's filtered. We don't need to add anything. In fact, we can do stack upgrades in here. And now let's watch the speed of a stack of calculation. Let's make sure it's working. Oh, it's not, because I needed to add Certus. Oh, it put the Certus quartz crystal. Where did it go? Where did the Certus quartz crystal go? Oh, it's right next to this provider. Houston, we have a problem. I need to move this pattern provider back. And I may have just filled all my things with junk. Okay, we didn't. We're good. It needs to be further back so that it doesn't think it can give items to this inscriber. Let me cancel this craft. Put back our patterns. Add Certus crystal to the top row. And give it a try. What isn't working? Oh, did the server lag like right then? Or do we have items stuck? Door stuck. I'm going to stock this with redstone so that we never get stuck. I'm going to give it some extra redstone. Oh, it's because the shulker's now inaccessible. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is going to be rough. Here we go. Break the shulker. Place the shulker so it's accessible. Nope, I want it to be... If I look here, rotation lock. Accessible. Do our pulls. The bottom is going to be silicon. The middle will be redstone. Top will be the crystals. We'll give it some extra redstone here. And we've got a few. So do you see how the silicon went in the top? I wonder if we can... What's the way I can fix that? We have to clear a jam right now, essentially. Because we've got silicon where it shouldn't be. So I can backlog the silicon just to play it safe. It's like, where are these items going? Okay, everything's good. Everything is good. Now let's request 64 of these and see what it does. Why did logic work so well and now this one isn't? What is going on? Logic was fine. Okay, it caught up eventually. But logic was instant. Did we break it by trying to do Certus too? Oh, you know what it is? It's how they... It's the sleep function. It's the sleep function of they turn off if they're not doing a craft. So theoretically it'll ramp. It should ramp. So if we go for the mega, this will start getting filled with resources. Pipes will start sending them out, and hopefully these... Oh, the power's down too. Can this not... Does it have to go through a controller? They don't have power. Maybe the energy acceptor is limiting? Oh, it was power. How much power is it using? 50,000 FE a tick? But there we go. Now it's on. Let's see if the end ones have power. So power's not making it to the end. Or is it? Let's just look at the craft time. Oh yeah, it's cruising. Look at how fast the available comes in. Do we need... Maybe we do accelerate these pipes. Let's see how fast it gets pulled out. It gets pulled out pretty quickly, but let's play it safe and just add 16 advanced pipe upgrades. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. See it go down in waves. But look at how fast we're crafting 17,000 of these. Once the calculation's done, oh, look at that count. Oh, that's gorgeous. It's about a stack a second, a little less than a second. Every 10 ticks. But I'll set up the other 2 lines later. There's more base work I want to do right now. We'll set up the other lines later. I want 3 lines of this running with dedicated patterns. So like I won't put the Certus pattern in this line or that line or that line at the high priority. We'll do a second pattern provider, probably on the back face at a lower priority, saying, hey, if this isn't crafting its main pattern, craft this other pattern here. What I'm thinking. The other thing, we could just go for speed of stack to 64. This would be the ultimate speed. But this only works for mega crafts. I'm going to go for speed. Because we're really only going to... We're never crafting only 64 logic processors at a time. You know what I mean? Like, it's always going to be mega crafts. But we want to keep these middle ones on stack to 1. Oh, we're cruising. This mega cell with our current setup was going to take about 4 hours to craft. And now it's going to be done in minutes. That makes me incredibly happy. Incredibly. I'm trying to think of what I want to work on next. What do you guys think? We're done with this system and this system. Or actually, we kind of need... We kind of need to get the other universal presses ready. So we're going to need engineering, silicon... Oop. Engineering, silicon, calculation, and logic. 1, 2, 3, 4. And go 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. I'll just put this here and say auto export. Did I backlog enough redstone and silicon? I'm going to add a bit more. The backlogging helps the stragglers at the end because we're now doing the stack to 64 in the top and bottom. This will help that out. Little bit of backlog. Oh, look at that rate. That's how fast we're making processors. If we look at the crafting where it says 12,000, we can see just how fast it goes down there. But I'm a little worried about the fact that they're not storing any power. Looks like Seer needs some mana, which is what we're waiting for on this stream. If we take a look with our Wand of the Forest, we've got almost, if you combine them all together, almost a pool of mana here. Do you want me to just mana tablet you? Or are you going to do it? Or he's got it. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, he's charging a ring. Okay. Coming back here. Just to make sure we don't run into any issues, I'm going to add an additional spatial anchor right here for this chunk. Look at that, already down to 8,000. Ooh, it's gorgeous. Oh, it doesn't show the power limits correctly? Okay. I assume they haven't fixed it then, Spike. You know, this could be faster. Do you see how long the delay is between the circuit being printed and it coming down to this one? If we did other item transportation, it may be faster, but this will be good enough. This is good enough. There's our spatial anchor. Seems to be going stable. We'll keep him 64. Because as long as at least enough is sent to fill the entire line at the start, it'll all be equally distributed. I'm going to store extra silicon. I want it to be about equal with the redstone. Okay, perfect. I think we have enough backlog. Jeez, already down to 4,000. That is incredible. This will probably end up being around a 10-minute craft instead of like 4 hours. It was an issue in season 1 and it's still around. Yeah, that sucks. And then we'll see how fast this part crafts. Luckily, it's doing the 1Ks in tandem, which is good. But we're actually going to end up waiting on the 1K craft. Because the 1K craft isn't in multiple inscribers. Why don't we add it to another inscriber here? Or assembler, sorry. That should increase it further. Yeah, there we go. Might as well do 4K. And 16K also in this inscriber. Or, gosh, assembler. come down a little bit. We'll go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Actually, it would be here. So like this. That should speed up the craft. Yeah, there we go. We just chewed through like 200,000 redstone. In fact, I'm curious, if I go to queue another chemical cell, how much redstone is it? 134,000. 134,000. Processors should be done. Oh, gorgeous. Here comes the chemical cell. I was just kind of waiting for this chemical cell. I don't think we're going to get done most of the moving because I'm realizing I have something to do. But let me put this up here so it gets chemicals in it. Then partition it. Or no, we'll leave it at that. Add equal distribution and overflow. Oh, or no, I didn't have overflow. We'll partition based on what's in it. Oop, not copy, partition. Add those cards and then throw it up here. Ooh, but we should pull out of the network first what's in the network. And then I want a pattern for a mega liquid cell. Liquid mega. Can I type that? No. Mega liquid. Oh. Oh, it's called because it's fluid. Yep, there we go. Mega fluid storage. We have a 64M. We want a 256M storage here. But our current fluid one is doing enough work. It's just we're gonna have more types. Oh, but it's only at 5 of 18 types, so we're actually good on fluid for now. There is the item cell we queued earlier, which we're gonna use in Greg Tech soon. So I'm gonna put that in my backpack. So we didn't get as much done cleanup-wise, but we got a lot done resource-wise. We are now producing, Fortune 14, all of our raw ores. That's working. We are turning our witch hats to redstone. We can do processors significantly faster. Where I'm going to queue another mega item cell. We should see these all kick on. Yep. Gorgeous. Beautiful. I'd call that pretty good. We've got a lot more cleanup work to do. I think I'm going to work on a little bit off stream here, but I'm just a little tired of talking, guys. So thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in, joining me this morning for a day on the All the Mods 9 server. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day or night, wherever you may be in the world. And if you enjoyed, consider leaving a like on the video,